Alrighty guys, we're back for some mono green elves, and this is a Brothers War standard brew. We're gonna go over the deck, then hop right into some ranked, but first things first, for anyone who may not know, I'm Red Cat and I play aggro decks and any decks with red in them as well, so I hope that sounds fun to ya. Also, we do got that Discord link down in the description if you're interested in joining that up. Okay, what do we got in the build here? Let's start by going over all the elves. We got 4 Citanul Stalwarts. This is a 1 mana 1/1 Elf Druid Soldier. You can tap it and tap an untapped artifact or creature you control to add 1 mana of any color. Nice. We have 4 Llanowar Stalkers, a 1 mana 1/1 whenever another creature enters the battlefield under your control. Llanowar Stalker gets +1/+0 until end of turn. Cool. We have 4 Gala Greeters. I think we all know Gala Greeters at this point. We got 4 Llanowar Loamspeakers. My only note on this card is it is very possible to win games with that land. We do it all the time, so don't overlook that bottom ability here. We have 4 Yavimaya Iconoclasts, a very powerful elf, and I'm not too worried about that kicker cost because we have the Stalwart, the Loamspeaker, and the treasure tokens off of Gala Greeters, right? So also, some stuff in the mana base too, which we'll go over in just a second. We have 4 Leaf Crowned Visionaries. Obviously, it's an elf build, right? So a 2 mana 1/1 with double green up there. Other elves you control get +1/+1. Nice. Whenever you cast an elf spell, you may pay a green mana if you do draw a card. So a very powerful elf, honestly. We get a couple of these on the board and we're probably winning the game. Well, hopefully, right? I guess board wipes do exist. The last elf of the deck, we have 3 Jinnie Fays here as well. Of course, we don't get to see Jinnie Fay too often. We've played with it a lot in the past, though. A 3 mana 3/3 legendary creature, and if you create 1 or more tokens, you may instead create that many 2/2 green cat creature tokens with haste, or that many 3/1 green dog creature tokens with vigilance. So, a very cool card, and it pairs beautifully with Briarbridge Tracker, the only non-elf creature in the deck, but it works with a lot in here. So, it also kind of pushes this deck into an aggro territory as it just happens to be a powerful creature. So for 3 mana, it's a 2/3 with vigilance, but when it enters the battlefield, you investigate. So you get this clue token, right? As long as you control a token, Briarbridge Tracker gets +2/+0. So it's essentially a 4/3 with vigilance for 3 mana that pairs beautifully with the Jinnie Fay. So you could have that clue token enter as like a 2/2 cat, for example. But also, if you just have that clue token, it works really well with the Citanul Stalwart, which of course you can tap an untapped artifact for this ability, helping you ramp, get more elves onto the board, and maybe draw with like the Leaf Crowned Visionary as well. So I really like the Briarbridge Tracker edition. Hopefully we get to see it put in some work today too. And obviously, if you're slamming down all these creatures and the clue tokens are turning into cats and stuff, then the alliance on the Gala Greeters is just going crazy at that point, right? Something to note, of course, if you have Gala Greeters and Jinnie Fay, then the first time the alliance goes off, you want to do the treasure token first and then have it come in as like a 3/1 dog or whatever, because it's going to come in tapped because it's a tapped treasure token. And then, of course, that'll activate the alliance once again on the Gala Greeters, so you can like give it a counter or something, you know? Anything else? Yeah, we got a bunch of other cards to go over still. We got a couple Bushwhacks in here, 3 Tamiyo Safekeeping, and 2 Tear Asunders. And I'm not too worried about the kicker cost on the Tear Asunder because of the Loamspeaker, the Stalwart, and the Gala Greeters treasure token. Over in the mana base, we do have a couple wastes here too, just 2. I don't think it's going to be entirely necessary, but there are going to be moments where we don't have our other ways to mana fix, and we're still going to want to have that kicker cost on the Tear Asunder as well. Yep, 4 Karplusan Forest as well for the Iconoclast kicker. Other than that, it's mono green, which is pretty sweet, right? No honorable mentions today. You guys can use your imagination. There's probably a ton of stuff we could pack into this deck and just, I mean, honestly, there's probably a bunch of different ways to make this differently. For example, we could just add more elves and try something instead of the tracker, but I really do think the Briarbridge Tracker is going to be great in here. Anything else to go over? It's a pretty simple deck, guys. We're just slamming down elves and trying to create value with our visionary, trying to draw as much as possible. trying to pop off with the Jinnie Fey as well. I am a little concerned. There's not too much removal in here between the Tear Asunder and the Bushwhack. Half the time we're probably going to be finding land with the Bushwhack. Speaking of land, guys, we only have 22 in here because when I was testing the build, I was flooding out a lot, and there's like a lot of ramp, so it kind of makes sense as to why I was flooding out, but still, sometimes we struggle to find a third mana, and obviously we really want to find a third mana in this build to get the Jinnie Fey onto the board, so either way, I think that's it. Yeah, there's not a lot going on here, huh? Super simple. Let's go ahead, take it into some ranked, and see how we do. We'll see if we can get right into that first game here. We always do, right? Yeah, I thought it would be fun to try out some elves for the holidays here. This video will be... There we go, we found an opponent. This video will be going up on Christmas Eve. So, happy holidays. Merry Christmas, everybody. Yeah. Great hand. I like it. I like it. Let's start with the Stalwart. Hello, opponent. Man, we don't get a hello every day. We probably get a hello like once a month. I'm not even joking. Alright, let's go ahead, get the Leaf Crowned down and see if we can get the Stalker down as well. Nice. I'll take it. Get some extra elves, and then we'll try to get the Iconoclast haste down. Simple removal for the Leaf Crown. Yeah, we can still get this down with haste. Maybe we should have opted for more damage. Ooh, that'll be nice next turn. Get this turn too, but... Ah, no. Do not tap that. Be careful with the auto tapper, guys. I want to get a huge swing here. Nice. That's pretty cool, guys. And honestly, the Infernal Grasp dealing damage to themselves was really good for us. Underdog. Okay, well, the Leaf Crown's gonna put in some work here. I'd like to get Loamspeaker down too, but I'd like to get a draw on the Leaf Crown, and I think I'd rather just swing, because they are getting low enough. We tap here. We do get a draw. Alright, let's just go for these two. Nice. Down to 6. That's really good for us. So we do get a draw here. A forest. Ew. So if we would have done that before combat, the Stalker would have had an extra damage. That's worth noting for sure. It technically would have affected combat there. 4 mana. A Shieldred would be bad. We are pretty wide, though. Yeah, Shieldred's pretty bad. Gala Greeters? Okay, let's go for some draws. They're going to be forced to block the Stalker if 5's going through. Unless we just go Loamspeaker here. Power up a land. Let's at least do this once to see what we draw. And we probably end up powering up a land, is what I'm thinking. Because I think... Let's see. I believe that should be 6 going through no matter what, right? Yeah, good game, opponent. Wow, hey, nice. That is an awesome feeling, man. The elves really did something there, huh? Let me double check here. They had an underdog block, an Infernal Grasp, and a Shieldred drop. Yeah. I mean, I guess they didn't have any 1 drop, and no cut downs was probably pretty bad too, huh? Yeah, that was sick. That was a great first match, though. I bet it would have been very different had they seen some cut downs. I wonder... Yeah, no, that was good. This seems like a good hand, too. And we go first. Okay, nice, yeah. You can't ask for more. I said it the last couple times, and we've been beating Mono Black a lot recently. And you just can't ask for more after that, you know what I mean? If you're playing like an off-meta deck or something like that, you just can't ask for much more. Just a great line of play going right into a Leaf Crown and then into a Stalker too. I mean, I guess it could go... I guess we could swing, but just going wide's better, huh? And you could go Stalker first, but it's not like it has haste or anything, so... Okay, another Leaf Crown off the top would be awesome. Holy cow. Yep, they're gonna kill it. See, they found a cut down. Gala Greeters, nice. Probably go wide here, right? Just drop everything. Buff the Stalker pretty good, I'd say. Before the swing. And let's go with the +1/+1 counter. Try to be as aggressive as possible here. We could have used Bushwhack instead of getting that extra damage through and just thinned out the deck, found another forest, but I think Bushwhack, okay, found a go for the throat for the Gala Greeters. Nice, Leaf Crowned Visionary. Oh, buddy. That is amazing, guys. That is amazing. I'm still tempted by the Bushwhack. I am. Thin out the deck and try to find more elves? I'm gonna save it, though. I think it's very possible for Grixis to play... Well, if it's gonna be Sheoldred... Yeah, then thinning out the deck would have been better. Found an elf. Like, we could find a third Leaf Crowned Visionary and then just... Oh, it's gonna be a Bank Buster. So they must have removal for the Visionary here. Briarbridge Tracker. We could still thin. We could. We're going to start with the Tracker because it buffs the Stalkers here. Okay, yeah, it's just probably another go for the throat for the Leaf Crowned Visionary. That's what I'm thinking. We still full swing regardless, though. Instead of saving the Stalwart for the Bushwhack. Yep, go for the throat. Still a good chunk of damage, guys. Opponent's down to 3, and I still think that they can pull this back with like a Sheoldred play. Sorin. Yeah, hey, some life gain from the Vampire here. It can't throw up the Bank Buster, though. They're forced to block here regardless. 3 goes through, and they're back up to 2. So I guess the best bet would just be to use that Bushwhack. Tracker fights Vampire and full swing to face. Guys, I am super satisfied here with how these matches have gone. Holy cow. I mean, I'll take it. Hey, we got to see the Briarbridge Tracker do something there just with having decent stats, right? Just being a 4/3 happens to be pretty decent, right? They found removal for 3 of our cards, but we were able to keep up a great pace there. Our 1-drops really showing a lot of power, and we're only 13 minutes into the video? Oh, man. Holy cow, we're going to have like a 20 games by the end of this. Oh, man. Yeah, taking down Mono Black and then taking down Grixis. We might just be getting lucky too, let's be real, but I mean, it didn't look like the opponents didn't have anything, you know? It certainly looked like they had something. Okay, worst hand of the evening. 1 forest, but a ton of mana to draw into. But it would be very risky. I'm gonna mulligan. Yeah, since we're on like a nice little win streak, let's see if we can keep it up. And at this point, now we'll ditch just a normal forest. I think that's fine. Opponent dropped us a hello. After I said we get like a hello once. Once a month we get 2 hellos in the same video. That's cool. Leaf Crowned is good. You know what? I'm thinking this Loamspeaker isn't even going to survive. which might be bad. Oh, Gala Greeters. Gala Greeters definitely doesn't survive. The Loamspeaker actually has a chance because it might just be a play with fire, you know? And I think at that point they'd want to play with fire our face. Yeah. Heck yeah. They got some good damage here. They might just drop another Phoenix Chick. Ooh, Stormseeker. That is gross business, man. Yeah, plug it in the air. I don't think I would have blocked that, though. Dropped an oops. Well, the tracker blocks the Stormseeker pretty well. See if we... No, doesn't have haste. Yep, let's get the tracker down. Yeah, I don't think we would have blocked there. So they could have potentially gotten the Stormseeker damage through. Fourth mountain hits. Ah, the lightning strike for the tracker. Uh-oh. Big damage coming through. Another Commando in their hand. Everything is on the opponent's board, though, so we might be able to figure this out. So, Safekeeping. Okay, how do we want to do this? Got to get some life gain. They drop us the GGs already. We go Gala Greeters into Stalwart. We gain 2 from the Greeters. We have some blockers. I would prefer the Safekeeping. But I don't mind chumping with the Stalwart here. And then we'll take 3, and if they only find, like, land off the top... Oh, that's a great draw for the opponent. Wow, doubling down on the Phoenix Chick. Oh, buddy, what a draw from the opponent. And then they just plug that damage in the air. Yeah, don't even worry about the ground. Now we're forced... I can't believe that. What a draw, man. That was good. Yet we're forced to block to survive, and at this point, a land would be good. Nope, no land for us. So we could go Loamspeaker number 2, which honestly we might have wanted to do earlier on. And they have 4 in the air no matter what here. So let's just see what they end up drawing. And the Etching's going to flip too, so they have 5 in the air no matter what because of the Stormseeker. But we'll definitely let them play this out, right? So we block the 2 on the ground, go Safekeeping onto the 1 that would die, go back up to 4. But yeah, I can't believe that draw. Reckless Impulse putting in some serious work sometimes, huh? Yeah, the last few times we played with Impulse, it's been absolutely amazing as well. They plug it on the ground. We get the blocks in first before we tap the Loamspeaker. I feel like it's important to play this out sometimes just so I can learn more about how the deck operates and everything and make sure that I'm doing things optimally, you know what I mean? So honestly, I wonder if we did find like a third land, if we would have been able to keep up pace a little bit more, right? The Gala Greeters being forced to block there was definitely... That was probably the official nail in the coffin, right? Because we couldn't get the 2 life gain again. I think so. I think so. Really lucky from the opponent too, though. Overall, I'm really satisfied with how this deck is like performing. The tiny little synergies that's occurring within the elves, you know? We go first. No 1-drop. Plenty of 1-drops to draw into, though. No third land, but I'm not worried about that once again. I think we'll be fine. Yeah, only 22 land in here, but plenty of ways to ramp and get that land as well, so I think we'll be fine. Actually going to start with the Gala Greeters this time over the Loamspeaker since they're not playing red. Oh, they are playing red. Well, I guess I should be a little bit afraid. The treasure token. Let's go Loamspeaker. Do I attack? Let's get that treasure. I guess we'll swing for 1. Yeah, nothing happened. Wow. No instant speed removal yet. Rocking some Jund over there. Fable of the Mirror Breaker. Nice, we did end up finding that third. Iconoclast is good. It would be awesome if we could take out this Shaman before they ramp, but let's actually just get Visionary down. We could still go Iconoclast. We could. I think at this point we gotta outpace. So let's kick this. We get a great swing here. Also, if we wanted to draw, we could have. Get that treasure back. It's a great swing for us. Down to 11, wow. Let's see if these Briarbridge Trackers can put in some more work. These mid-range builds that we should be very scared of. Because overall, I think we should be able to keep up with aggro. But like, at some point, these mid-range builds really start to take over, right? So 5 mana. 5 mana already. Rebirth on a Toxrill. Oh, buddy. Oh, no. How do we keep up with a turn 4? No, turn 5? I don't even know. Yeah, turn 4 Toxrill. Oh, no. Oh, no, guys. Yeah. We're totally dead. We're totally dead, huh? Thinking. I guess the trackers make the most sense, right? How do we, like, keep up pace is the question, though, because we're about to lose Iconoclast and the Gala Greeters. I guess we go try to keep the Gala Greeters in this for one more turn. We have 2 mana available. Stalwart dies to it as well. Yeah, no, I think we're just dead. That was something else from the opponent, guys. Block here, they die either way. I mean, the Iconoclast dies either way. I really don't want to lose the Greeters if I don't have to. I don't even know, like... Oh, we actually got a damage through. Of course, they do get another one because of the Iconoclast dying. Safekeeping wouldn't have done anything. Yeah, I don't know. Like, the Briarbridge Tracker is still a 3-2, I guess, but at this rate... that lined up really nicely for the opponent. Some, honestly, something we don't see very often, surprisingly, huh? Just some good old-fashioned Reanimator. Also, where's their Diagraph? Oh, there it is. Diagraph Rebirth is another one we don't see very often. Loamspeaker's about to die, so we should probably use it. We're definitely just going to take the 2 here. Alright, let's go ahead and see what we draw. I don't think we're going to be able to get that 10 through, but again, I'm really liking how this deck is situated. I think a turn 4 Toxrill was a little unlucky overall, and we had a pretty sweet board state. Okay, yep, we draw down to 12, and we can let them play this out too, which is fun. Because they'll have enough here. Jinnie Fate is a terrific one. Poor Briarbridge Tracker. It tried so hard. Now they can go ahead and drop the reflection on the Goblin Shaman, ramp even further, maybe play like a Titan of Industry or something from their hand. Actually, they have 7 already. They could... Whoa. We don't see Gix's Command too often either. Hey, props to the opponent for just playing cards we don't get to see very often. Good game. Good game. Yeah, this is a pretty sick card, isn't it? We just don't get to see it very often. That lifelink can really come in handy too. Wow. All right, well, what are we? I think we're 2 and 2 right now, I think. Yeah, we won 2 and lost 2, but And it sure feels like those last two, the opponents got pretty lucky, huh? Let's see if, but the first two, it feels like we got pretty lucky too. So like, let's see if we can just get like a balanced game where we're both seeing what we need to see. Excuse me, guys. I can't tell, but I'm pretty sure there's less people playing right now, most likely because of the holidays. Most likely. Okay, I mean, opponent goes first, but I can't complain with these hands, man. The hands have been pretty good. That one mulligan, I'm wondering if I should have just kept it and seen if we drew more mana. Like keeping that 1 mana hand, maybe it would have ended up working out better than what we ended up doing when we dropped down to 6, you know? Which is one of the reasons why I'm so picky with my mulligans, because, I don't know, you never know what's on top, you know? Ooh, more mono red? No. Oh, probably this could be some red mid-range, which would be pretty cool, huh? Loamspeaker works, but let's get some extra damage before they decide to kill everything on my board. A second Leaf Crowned next turn could be really good too. We could go for a draw, especially since this might be like a Brotherhood's End style deck too. Oh, nice. Oh no, they missed a land. No, opponent. I said we both got to get lucky, buddy. Let's just go for damage over the draw. Decline. Damage over the draw sounds good to me. If they are going for the 3rd mana, then the Brotherhood's End is probably going to land on this. Oh no, guys. Well, they're in this for sure. 100% in this. Let's start to get some counters on the Gala Greeter. Maybe we could get that above another Brotherhood's End. Yep, and a Braid. Okay, they're missing... Nope, they found the 4th mana. Nice. They have the Bankbuster open. We found our 3rd mana. That's good news. Tear Asunder on the Bankbuster would be pretty good. Now, I'm going to go Tracker here, even though it gets gobbled up by every red burn spell. They get the draw on the Bankbuster. Hopefully I don't regret not taking this out. Obviously, if we would have targeted it, they would have still gotten the draw too, and then we wouldn't have been able to play anything else. Okay, Obliterating Bolt is also in the opponent's deck. We'll save the second Tracker. Let's get the Stalwart down and then try the Loamspeaker. Yeah, this is going to be... We could have played around the Brotherhood's End for sure. I wanted to get extra damage, and I was banking off the fact that maybe they didn't have it, but that's not the best thing to bank off of, honestly. Oh, yeah, Mightstone and Weakstone take out Stalwart? Interesting. We still haven't been able to use it with a clue, have we? And a Strangle for the Loamspeaker. Oh, man. Lots of removal from the opponent. They drew 3 cards off the Bankbuster, so their hand is still fully stacked, and I'm wondering... I guess Tear Asunder on the Mightstone would be pretty good, but we're still, like, in that situation where we can only do one thing at a time. I don't want them to ramp with this for next turn. They have so much mana. We could try to find another mana off the clue. Nope, I'm just going to take it out. I think we'll be fine. We're going to take more Bankbuster damage next turn. But, like, that's probably worth getting out of there before they get to ramp into something ridiculous. Bankbuster number 2. Again, it's going to keep their hand nice and stocked here. A lot of removal. I love the opponent's deck. How can I not, man? Being a red player, just watching them completely burn our board state apart. Hey, we found that mana too. Visions of Phyrexia is a fun one that I didn't get to play with yet, unfortunately. Now we're in the similar situation here where we can't do multiple things on the same turn. Something like a Tracker is fine. It kind of, like, we can trade into a Bankbuster, but is that what we want to do? when they're rocking Strangles and Abrades, and even just simple another Mightstone and Weakstone. That also hits the tracker. Power up a Bank Buster. They get to draw off of this Bank Buster. We are super dead, guys. Blast Zone, okay. Fable of the Mirror Breaker. Oh, man. Next turn, all they need is like another creature to power up both Bank Busters. Which I'm pretty sure they're gonna have. Nice, actually this is good. We actually get to play two things here. Yeah, overall, if I would have played around the Brotherhood's End and kept one of the Leaf Crowned back, I'm not sure it would have helped us in the long run. Not against a deck that is designed to pick apart creature decks, which is obviously what we're doing here, you know what I mean? Yeah, red mid-range looks like it's in a good spot, honestly. It looks pretty sick. It looks like it's fun to play too, but one big thing that I would add is just dragons, because dragons are really fun. Yeah, they got 3 Visions of Phyrexia on the board now. They can only power up one of these, and we get to take out... Oh, okay. They're not going to swing with that. Yeah, we'll just take the 4. It's like I said, we're kind of like super dead. So it would be better just to see what we could draw. Unfortunately, Tracker is not an elf, so we don't get to draw with the Visionary if we play that. So let's just start by drawing with the Clue. It's funny because the Clue kind of helps us keep up with mid-range style builds. See, we'll have 2 open. Should we just get the Tracker onto the board instead? Probably. Let's get the Tracker on the board. I'm loving the Tracker addition, but it does seem a little awkward in moments like this. You know, the 3 toughness happens to be pretty bad when the opponent's rocking Strangles and Abrades and probably a lot more. But I love the clues and everything. See what they hit with the visions here. Oh, Brotherhood's End. But then they won't be able to power up. Well, actually, they'll be fine. They can go Brotherhood's End and then activate this Bank Buster, get the 1/1, and use that to crew up the other Bank Buster and then swing for 4, right? But there's like so many ways that they could win, probably. Oh. Well, that's not one of the ways. Let's go ahead and block these, get that Bank Buster out of here. Nice, we might actually survive an extra turn. Oh, that wouldn't have cleared up the Loamspeaker. Never mind, I was crazy. Yeah, the Brotherhood's, it's 3 damage, so the Loamspeaker would have still been alive because it's a 2/4 with the Leaf Crowned on the board. Nice. So we still would have been able to block the Bank Buster. And they would have lost like their reflection and everything too, so. Oh, they're still gonna drop it now that, yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense to me, and they have the Foundry as well. They have the Bank Buster ability here. Let's go ahead and use our clues. I'm gonna play this all the way out. Another forest. Oh no, guys. Yeah, this is kind of what I meant when I found myself flooding out still. It's a good reason to have 22 in here, for sure. And then they swing with the Bank Buster and get that victory. Hey, good game opponent. Wow. We got completely picked apart. It's exactly like I said. Had we played around that first Brotherhood's End, I don't think it would have mattered. We barely got to do anything that game. I'm just enjoying the opponent's deck, honestly. Like the Visions of Phyrexia, I don't know if 3 of them would be worth it. I could definitely see 1 to 2, but hey, maybe it's a really great card and I'm just missing something, and maybe it's worth having the 3. They might have all 4, honestly. I did like the double Mightstones in here, even though you're not rocking the Urza. It's still just a solid card that helps you ramp into some of those other like artifacts and everything. Guys, great news. We got time for 1 or 2 more games, so let's do that, huh? Let's see if we can kind of redeem ourselves after losing. I think that was the 3rd time? Might have been the 4th, though. We won the first 2, which was awesome. I always say it. I'd rather win earlier on in the video, and then like the rest of the video can go however we want it to. Nice, great hand. Yeah, these hands have been terrific. Wow. Just good good old-fashioned 1, 2, 3. Oh, soldiers. All right. All right. They don't want us to win, but we're going to try anyways, huh? Yeah, soldiers are super consistent and super difficult, so... Wow, no 2-drop. Maybe it's just some simple removal. I think I like the Gala Greeters setup here a little bit more than the Loamspeaker, since we have the 3rd mana. I don't think they trade, but they might, and I think our Stalwart is more valuable than their officer right now. Well, maybe not, because they can buff it, yeah. Yeah, we probably could have got that one through, but hopefully it doesn't come down to 1 damage then. Siege Veteran is very, very bad for us. Next turn, we always have the Tear Asunder with the kicker ability available. Let's see, 1, 2, 1, 2. Things a little bit awkward right now with the mana for the last couple games, but that's okay. Let's get the tracker down. And let's go for the treasure token. How do you guys feel about that? I think that's fine. We'll see if that tracker gets a good trade here with something. If it's going to be like a Brutal Cathar, then the Tear Asunder probably hits the Brutal Cathar. Wow, 2nd Siege Veteran. Oh, man. I brought this up the last couple of videos, but we saw a lot of like mono white soldiers early on, but now I'm seeing a lot more Azorius, which makes sense. I just feel like the Azorius has a lot more options available. Although the mono white's pretty good too. Let's get our land down, right? So the Tear Asunder could hit this officer. These siege veterans are still a problem though, for sure. For sure, still a problem. Could start with a swing. See what they do with our Briarbridge Tracker. Because I think they take 4. Looks like they're going to take the 4. What if we just drop the 2nd tracker? What if we just drop cards on the board this turn instead of choosing to remove anything? Start buffing the Gala Greeters too, because we might be able to keep up pace. And let's tap down one of the clues, right? Which is sweet. One of the main reasons the tracker is in here, right? Let's get the treasure token because this deck sure knows how to use a lot of mana. I guess we get all of them off the greeters this turn anyways, huh? Get that 2 life. If Stalker had haste, then that would have been an interesting turn too, because we could have played that early on and then played the other creatures out too. Wow, the 3rd Siege Veteran. Oh, wow. Oh, man. You know what we could really use? We could use our elf buff. That would be a great draw, but they plug everything into that officer. We should chump this, but at the same time, if we find that elf buff, then it might be pretty good for us. I'm gonna take it. Let's take it. Let's do it. Down to 10. Tamiyo, safekeeping. That's not what I want to see. Actually, that's still pretty fine, isn't it? This is such a tough decision, guys. Tear Asunder's an instant speed card, first of all. Let's see what they do with the Briarbridge Trackers. I think we could have drawn with the clue here, too. I think that would have been fine. Because we might have been able to find something. It's not waiting on me, is it? No, it is on the opponent. What is being held up by the opponent here? Oh, wait, no. Am I missing something? Am I sure? What? Did the game freeze? Are you okay, opponent? What's happening, guys? Hello? Last turn? Guys? Oh no! Oh no, guys, what happened? I think it might have froze. All right, I have no choice. We're gonna rapidly close out and then rejoin real quick. Let's see if we can get right back in to the match. I apologize, opponent. I mean, we got it on video at least. That's good news. Oh, we got right back in. Let's see. Let's see if we're still there. I'm sorry, opponent. I have no idea what happened. Maybe it froze on their end too. Oh, opponent's turn. Yeah. I don't know what happened, guys. Might have to edit this end. And maybe if I eventually get out of this match, we can go over the deck again. Oh, no, it is on their timer. Oh no, it probably froze for them too or something. Well, I'm gonna wait it out just in case because they might be restarting their client as well. Let's take a moment here though to talk about some of the decisions of the deck. First of all, I do think Tear Asunder is a fine one to have in here as removal, but it might be also something to consider just to have like more Bushwhacks in here too. Like that could be fine. I think there's plenty of artifacts and enchantments though to hit all across standard. All across standard, right? Like seeing the Tear Asunder for the Fable of the Mirror Breaker, for example, in that one match could have been pretty good. But that Fable, the big thing in that particular game for the Fable was actually just the 2-2 that helped him ramp, and then helped him ramp right into the Toxrill too. So yeah, it doesn't look like we're actually in this match, guys. We could just concede and I guess be fine, right? I guess so. I'll try to close out one more time. I'm sorry, guys. We're just gonna keep. Don't worry. Down, like at the bottom of the video, there's like chapters. You could totally skip ahead if you want. I always make sure to have the chapters on the videos just in case you guys want to skip ahead through different matches or just like watch the final thoughts or anything like that. So the next thing will be the final thoughts. And I'll tell you what, it got us right back into this match again, so I guess I'm just gonna concede. I guess the game is broken here. Oh, wait, are we still playing? Wait, what happened? Wait, what? Wait a minute. We're in this? Guys, wait a minute. Wait a minute. Are you there, opponent? Guys, I think... What's happening? Their siege veteran plugged everything into officer, but now the timer's going down again. I am so confused. You know what? I'm going to keep this in the video just for the sake of asking, like, what the crap's happening? Has this happened to you guys before? Because generally speaking, it's, first of all, it's been a while for me since, like, the game actually froze. Like, it's probably been, man, probably like a year, honestly. Yeah, looks like the timer's just counting down for the opponent again. And I'll tell you what, if it doesn't do anything... Opponent, are you here? Like, what is actually happening? I guess we'll play this out. I have no idea. Oh no, opponent's not here? Dude, I don't know. It looked like they were here for a second. I kind of feel bad, but if I leave, then we lose. So we might as well go for the victory since we're in ranked and then also like the daily wins and everything. But at the same time, it really sucks that the opponent's not here. Or they were here and then they froze again, maybe? This is the most bizarre match I've had in a while, though. Like, bizarre in the sense of, like, I just have no idea what's going on. We had to close the game twice. For a second, when we got back in, it looked like they were there. I apologize, guys. This probably doesn't make for very great viewer content, viewing content. I don't know. Words. are eluding me right now because I am baffled. Something just, I just love the Briarbridge Tracker. There's just something about this creature. Makes me want to play with it a lot more. Yeah, GG opponent. I hope it counts as like a draw for you or something when you get back in, because that's pretty loud. Yeah, look down here. What's even happening to the... Oh, okay. I guess we ranked up. Sure. I don't know what that was about. I guess the game is just super buggy right now. I'll have to make sure to close out and get back into it. Either way, let's go ahead and go over the deck one more time. Or not, because we have a black screen. I apologize, guys. Wow, this is something else, man. I still have another video to record. Hopefully it'll actually, do a thing. I might have to edit this out actually. That's no, here we go. We're loading in. I apologize. What on earth? Hopefully you guys skipped ahead. Here's the deck list again, guys. Holy cow, that was a last match. Just a mess. Just a mess of a last match. I really liked this. The draws were epic. The opening hands were really good. The Briarbridge Tracker did a thing. Everything did a thing. In the long run, Iconoclast was awesome. Leaf Crown was an obvious MVP that the opponents liked to remove because, well, obviously, right? Tamiyo Safekeeping was fine. Bushwhack did a thing, which was awesome. We might need to go up a third Bushwhack and go down to 21 land, because I do think you're still going to flood out sometimes, but you really do want to see that third mana. So yeah, something to think about. Llanowar Stalker is just like way more aggressive than you would ever imagine. So keep your eye on this one with elves, right? Well, obviously, because it's one of the only one drop elves, but it happens to be pretty good. Like, that's a good ability tacked on there, especially if you do end up seeing like the Jinnie Fae and like Briarbridge and Gala Greeters, and then just everything's popping off. Like, that would be insane, right? Either way, guys, hey, if you made it this far into the video, y'all are champions. What would you add or take out? Let me know in the comments. Once again, happy holidays, right? And I will see you in the next video.